5 things we can all learn from Michael Jordan. Hello my powerful creators, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace if you're new here. It's truly an honor that you are watching my video, so thank you for being here today. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 things we can all learn from Michael Jordan. Now, if you haven't seen this, I highly recommend this doc series called The Last Dance. And The Last Dance is all about Michael Jordan and his life. Not only his basketball career, but his life, his lifestyle, and how he equipped himself for greatness. And yes, we are talking about the Michael Jordan, the MVP, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Yes, Michael Jordan. We're talking about Michael Jordan today, so get excited. If you're ready to hear these 5 things you can learn from Michael Jordan, hit that like button so I know you're ready. Okay, let's do this. Now, I don't know much about basketball. You couldn't ask me who plays this, who does this, forward, backward. I'm gonna embarrass myself if I keep talking. I actually have an embarrassing story. Years ago when I was a nanny, I was a live-in nanny in Los Angeles, and the family I worked for, they got me floor seat tickets to a Laker game for Christmas as a Christmas present. And of course I was extremely thrilled. I had always wanted to go to a Laker game, and I had always imagined myself going to the game and sitting front row, floor seats. And so here I was getting these amazing tickets. And I invited my friend to go with me, and you can't tell me to this day who was playing other than the Lakers, because me and my friend, we took so many photos, we drank, we had a good old time. We were experiencing what our version of having floor seats was. So I have other stories, like I was a nanny for the Lakers, got to go to all the games, but I only stayed with the kids. So I had opportunities to learn basketball, but homegirl has no clue about basketball. So I do want to emphasize that. But what I do know is dedication, determination, and drive. And that is exactly what Michael Jordan does. He exudes this. He practices all of that. And in the doc series, The Last Dance, you are able to see every element of who he is and how he got to where he is today. So I want to give you 5 things you should learn from Michael Jordan. The first thing you should learn from Michael Jordan is practice your craft every single day and work harder than your peers. Michael worked every day on his basketball skills, and he would even work past the time when his team had left. He was still in the gym working hard. If you want to be the best, it requires your very best. So don't do whatever it is just to get by. Do above and beyond what you even believe you are capable of doing. Number 2, find time to be alone with yourself. Michael Jordan was frequently alone, and when he was alone, he would use that time to visualize his dreams and his goals and his desires. He loved his me time because it was a way for him to equip himself to be stronger and greater. Find time to be alone and get to know you. Get to know your likes and your dislikes, and start visualizing what you desire in life. Because Michael spent alone time, he had more confidence in himself when it was game time. He knew himself so well because of that alone time he spent. In the doc series, you can see these clips of Michael in the locker room with his teammates, and he would say these affirmations like, "We're gonna win. We may even be undefeated. We got this, guys." You know, he would say that because he was equipping himself for greatness when he was alone. So when he got around people, he had more confidence than he could ever imagine. The third thing you should learn from Michael Jordan is to accept your failures and take them as an opportunity to try again. Michael used his failures to level up. He used his failures as a gateway to do better, a clear opportunity instead of a setback. We should never look at our failures as something to be ashamed of. You gotta pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and take what you learn to elevate yourself and get to your goal. Number 4 is to take inspired action and let go of your expectations. Michael Jordan always had his goal in mind, and he would focus on his goal regularly. He would take action to do and not to do something. But the powerful tool in this is letting go of your expectations, letting go of what you think the outcome should be. Go for what you want, take action to get there, but don't have these expectations of how it should work out, because that's where the law of attraction comes into play. But we gotta let go of how we think it should turn out. Let the universe take over of how it will work out, how it will play out to be. Befriend the unknown, because when you are friends with the unknown, that's when the exciting things happen. And the fifth thing you should learn from Michael Jordan is listen to the advice of those you trust and those you know have your back. For Michael, this was his parents. They had his best interests. He respected their advice and he admired them so much, so he would take their advice as solid ground because he knew that they had his back at all times. They were people he could trust and lean on. Michael Jordan was asked in the 80s to have a meeting with Nike. This is in the beginning of his career. But he was telling his mom that he didn't think it was worth it because he had a true love for Adidas and he wanted to work with Adidas. He didn't want to work with Nike. He loved Adidas and he wanted to rep Adidas brand and their apparel. But his mom said, you know what, you don't know what they have to say and you don't know where it will lead you, so you should go to that meeting just in case. And then he took his mom's advice, went to that meeting, came out with a $250,000 contract, and that was a lot of money back then. It still is, but even more so in the 80s, that was a huge chunk of money. And today when we think of Nike, we think of Michael Jordan. He ended up having his own brand, Air Jordans. And today, Michael Jordan is worth $2 billion. So what I'd like to say is that listening to Mama was a good choice for him. It may not be your parents, but maybe it's someone you really trust. You trust their advice. Take their advice and always do what's best for your heart. But if you trust someone and trust their opinion, that is such a beautiful and confident and strong relationship. So I think that's definitely something we can learn from Michael Jordan, is to find people you can trust and depend on. I actually have a similar story about listening to people you trust. 3 years ago, I had quit my job and I wanted to go full-time blogging. So I was just going into the blogging world as full-time and I took a leap of faith. And then I got an opportunity to work with a brand and go to Stagecoach. Stagecoach is a country music festival. And at the time, I didn't really like country music and the brand really wasn't paying me a lot. And my mom said to me, you don't know what will happen to you if you go there. Maybe you'll meet someone who will help you with your blog and help you get further in your career. So I took Mama's advice, had a great time, and I actually did meet someone and signed with her management and her agency, and I'm still with that same agency today. It's been 3 years and they leveled me up. All I'm saying is listen to someone you trust, because their advice could be just the gateway you need to get further in your life. From my observation of Michael Jordan, you gotta stay true to you. Go after what you want and don't let anybody stop you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you feel inspired and encouraged and uplifted after learning these 5 things you should learn from Michael Jordan. Like me, you don't need to know anything about basketball, and you are gonna get something out of this doc-series. So make sure you watch it. I highly recommend it. It's called The Last Dance, and it's on ESPN. If you were inspired and you were uplifted, hit that like button, because when you hit that like button, it is shared to more people across the YouTube world and beyond. Comment something you've learned from today's video, something that has inspired you about Michael Jordan and his life. If you would like to be a part of the Powerful Creators community, hit that subscribe button and join the family. And share this video with someone who truly needs it, someone who needs some inspiration in their life, or maybe someone who really likes Michael Jordan. Share this video with them. Thank you all for everything, and I love you so much. Have a beautiful day.